Hi, and welcome to the analysis for the British Pound Sterling and the crosses for the Sterling. I'll get right into it. We have a support and resistance on the monthly chart at 1.3759 for resistance, where the price currently bounced off from. And then support at 133.67. Those levels again clearly that there is the support level, and then the resistance level is that area over there with that bearish and bullish candle creating that level over there. In terms of where the movement of the price and the sentiment, we see that there is a low there. That low there, then we have a higher low there, and again I don't consider the wicks. I only look at the body of the candle, and then we're creating another low there. So we have two higher lows in terms of the opposite end. We made a high there, a bit of a high which is on that support level, resistance at that time, and then we're looking to make um, another high, a new high on that level of resistance. As you can see, those levels are very important, as it it could mean turnaround of the price to create that wave in terms of a trend, or even just when the market is ranging and the market moves between those two levels. Then my bias for this market is that it is bullish. We found that on the week. If we look at the week, on the week chart, I just want to enlarge this quick. On the week, we find that the market, which is basically the same levels there that was on the month, we find the higher lows being created, which is the 1, 2, 3, and then higher highs 1, 2, and this is the for the week specifically. We've broken that high there, creating a new high above that level there, which I think is important. So overall, bullish trend being developed there. What we're looking for is the 4-hour to then give an indication of an entry for us. Okay, that's not going to be happening anytime soon, I don't think, because you can see in terms of the 4-hour, we found that the market is moving between two channels. Yes, we could take trades there for a buy, but nothing is set up as yet. Also, we might see a movement if we go back to the monthly. We might see a pullback of the market all the way to that level of support, and then possibly moving higher. But again, it's an assumption at this point. We have to wait for the market to tell us whether we're going to do that or not. So for the moment, that's what we have there. We're looking at the pound yen, same analysis. Again, this space, which I've seen in one of my other videos, is the support and resistance level seems to be close, but the number of pips between them is 360 pips. So there's a lot of movement that could occur here. Overall, the market seems to be bearish. Okay. With some consolidation maybe being created here. I'm a bit unsure about what's going to happen, even though you see this same scenario on the pound dollar. You find this higher low scenario, okay, but it doesn't look as clear simply because you have there we have a high, and there you have a low high, which is not indicative of a trend being created. Okay, so here it's a bit uneasy. There's probably it's a bit more clearer here on this side, even though that this movement of the week is this section here. Okay, which is still not, for me, it's not enough to give let me just change this to tell me that we're good for the buy. There's still some breakout of at least that level, I would say. So if I do take a trade here, I would wait for the price to which it probably will do, go all the way to the resistance level, which in that fact I would probably take a trade for the buy, which could have been developed here actually. Okay, but we're on the 2nd of February now, and so we're not going to be taking that trade. Okay, so we'll see how that develops and then make a decision. The pound franc, again, those levels of support and resistance, the support level on the buy sell candle that closes and opens on the same price level. The resistance level is going to go back is that level there. Okay, always taking the levels closest to the price, whichever comes first. Okay, whether it is this was very close, quite close, but the level on the resistance side occurred back in September. We find that scenario occurs there. Okay, so in terms of this P, we find that the P, I would give an idea. I have the idea that the market is moving lower. Okay, you can see low highs being occurred, and then I would say that the price will move there to make the low high, and that again, that resistance level is supported by that there and that price over there as well, trying just bouncing off of that level. We'll also see that the market made lower lows as well. Okay, and until this point, so my bias would be selling off the market. However, in the immediate future, that the price will go higher before it turns down. If you look at the week looks like it's consolidating. Hitting those highs of these candles on the month, those 3 candles, hitting those weeks, just passing it. Again, I would take a trade to the upside to that level of 1.2391. Again, if you take the 4 hours, which is our entry time frame, the opportunity was there in the market on the pullback, which was right on that level, or even at that level, and you would have taken it. But we didn't. Again, these videos have been made so that you can see that the trading that I'm doing is not in hindsight. It's not something that happened already, but we look at it and then look at what happens in the future. So it'll be interesting to see this happen. I would say the pound franc is a good opportunity to take. Then we have the pound Canadian. Pound Canadian looks on the offset on the monthly chart looks very whipsawy. I just want to take a larger view of everything. Yeah, so we can see even though we have the support and resistance, and it's within the channel on the largest side of things, you can see just how that the price is moving high and low, especially the closer you get to today's or this month's candlestick. You can just see that price going really nowhere. I wouldn't really take a trade. If I have to do something, I would say the price is going to do one of two things. It's going to go potentially high to that level, and because of the range, move back down. Alternatively, if this candle represents, well, this candle represents the attempt for the price to find resistance at that level. Then from here the price will just go down, but we will see downward movement to some degree, maybe sometimes this week to next week. So we'll look at that and maybe take a trade just between those two levels. I don't want to look further at that. We want to look at the pound Australian. The pound Australian also had a big sell-off on the month, if we see it there, after this long extended buy, this buy rally over there. We're seeing a sell to some degree. We see a lower high there. We see a lower low with a potential another lower low. It's very tight, so it's not so obvious. But in terms of this trade, we could find that this level creates resistance, and it was support all the time. The support broke, the price is retesting that level now. I would say that we would be considering a sell here. I don't think the price will go back up to this level of 184.73. Okay. This is a good example as well. The price is at that level. So what if the price did go down? Well, we monitor that all the time, and it's not going to happen quickly. Okay, people, it's not going to happen quickly. But when that does happen, all that's going to mean is that we will then, our support and resistance level would then be support on 177.46, and resistance would then be the current where the price is currently at, more or less, of 179.62. Okay, and then again trade it down to that level and then see what the market does. But at the moment, because the price is just above that level, we're not going to change anything. We really just want to see what the price is going to do. On the 4 hours, we can already see that the market is creating this downward movement, in some retracement at the moment. So I'm expecting the price to go down further. Okay, and then we just have to wait for the 4 hour also to create some sell off, and we will then look for an opportunity there. The pound New Zealand is the next one. Let's see what's happening here. And again, all the currency pairs or the crosses with the pound, it looks the same. Okay, more or less. Some gives better opportunity than others, but this is why it's important to do the analysis that we're doing. I just want to look at the month. The month some consolidation went high, and it is now selling off with low highs being made over here. And there's the high, low high there. Another potential lower high. This lower high might only go to that level. So that's a strong level there, just in terms of the bearish and bullish candles over there. I would strongly consider that. This level of resistance is quite strong. So if that does break, I think that will hold. But we're looking for the market to sell off. So we'll wait and see what happens there. In terms of the 4 hours, again, the 4 hours, you see the sell off of the market, creating a lower low, a lower high there, a lower high here, finding support with a double bottom. Well, not a double bottom, just one low over there, and then creating another lower low over there. Again, looking at the 4 hours, the price retraced to that level already. Okay, so it could be that the current month that we're in this candle doesn't go higher than that point. We made it high already, and then just sells off. If that does happen, the New Zealand is already in position. The weekly is already in sell position. We will then just wait for the 4 hours for our entry. Keeping in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that the analysis that you're doing can be done, or the entry for the trading that I do can be done on a lower time frame as well. The reason I do it on the 4 hours because I do have other things that I do, so I can't be in front of a laptop the entire day. So that helps a lot. So there you have it. That's all for the pound crosses. You please do just check it out, see what you think. Look at my analysis. I'll be posting the entries based on what my analysis is on uh, on the different channels that I have. Check it out and tell me what you think. Okay, thank you, and have a good day.